how to quit smoking even if you don't want to. A 6-point action plan. If you stay to the end of this video, I'm going to give you practical tips, tricks, and hacks that you can use if you're one of those people that finds that you think, I want to quit smoking, but I don't really want to. A part of me still wants to smoke because I like it. Stay to the end of this video and you will get a full 6-point action plan to help you quit smoking for the rest of your life. Included in this video, I'm going to put a link in the bottom that you can use to book yourself into a free 30-minute phone consultation with me to get yourself on track to quitting smoking for the rest of your life. Take advantage of it because I charge $50 for this. But what I'm doing is, associated with this YouTube video, I'm going to give it away for free for the next little bit. So please take advantage of it, okay? Because it's free, okay? And the other thing is, if you find this video helpful, please like it, share it, join my YouTube channel. And make sure you hit the notification button because it will tell you when I post 2 new videos every week. Okay, so just before we hop in, right in 12 seconds from now, we will hop right into this. We'll be right back.
So the big question is, how do smokers like us beat the odds and quit for life? How do we quit with no craving, no withdrawal, and never ever have a single drag, draw, or puff of a cigarette again? That is the question, and this channel is designed to give you the answers. My name is Ted Bradley. Welcome to the secret to quitting smoking for life.
Okay, how to quit smoking even if I really don't want to. A 6-point action plan. Before we get into the 6 points, we really have to parse this statement down, okay? How to quit smoking even if I really don't want to, okay? What do we mean by this? What does this statement even mean, okay? There should be something in this statement that kind of rings not true to you, okay? It's kind of a weird thing to say. How do I quit smoking even if I really don't want to? If you really don't want to, then don't quit smoking. That's the obvious answer. But this is actually more complex than this, okay? Because the truth is, people that want to quit smoking, okay, this is a serious question they ask themselves. It's authentic and real. It's not inauthentic, okay, or fake. It's a real thing for people, okay? So we really need to parse this, okay? So what do we mean by this? What we're really saying is we're saying we're incongruent. We're conflicted. Our mind is conflicted or incongruent. Our conscious mind says, I don't want to smoke, I don't want to smoke, I don't want to smoke. Your unconscious mind says, give me another. And we just light up, okay? This is conflict. This is an internal conflict in our mind, and it's real, okay? We're incongruent, okay? And most people that want to quit smoking also have this aspect of, well, I don't really want to, okay? As a former smoker myself, this was something I personally battled with, right? In fact, if smoking wasn't going to cost me 14 years of my life and wasn't so bad for my health, in fact, if it was good for me, I'd probably still be smoking today. I didn't really want to quit, but I wanted something more for my life, okay? So what's driving this conflict inside of us, okay? We know what it is, okay, from psychiatry and from neuroscience. What's really driving this internal conflict is fear, okay? And the list I could make for you of all the people I've talked to over the years, and I've helped over 9,000 people quit smoking for life, okay? And I've talked to all of them and more, okay? The list of fears is massive. Will I be bored, okay, if I quit smoking? What will I do when I quit smoking? Am I going to become depressed? Am I going to become irritable and angry? Is everyone around me going to hate me, okay? The fears are real, okay, when we consider quitting smoking, okay? It's a real thing, but there's good news. We know how to get around this without having to directly deal or confront the fear. And that's what I'm going to give you 6 tips that you can use practically to get around this fear and actually be successful at quitting smoking. So let's get right into them and go through them, okay? Tip number 1, find the motivation or your inception point, okay? What I'm doing here really is I'm starting with the end in mind for you, okay? To actually quit smoking, no matter what method you're using, okay, it's basically all cold turkey at some point because you have to just quit. Well, that actual quit moment, I call the inception point, okay? So to be successful, when we get to an inception point, where do we have to be? Okay, so it's like walking down on a diving board, and you get to the end. The end of the diving board is your inception point. All the way on the way up to that end of the diving board, there's all the minutia that goes on in our mind. This is really high. Am I afraid of heights? Am I going to belly flop? And we go through that process on the journey to the end of the diving board. But when you get to the end and you actually jump, okay, these are 3 things that you have to have, okay? So in my video on my YouTube channel, How to Change Any Habit, this is just peel off from that. It's a lot more in depth on that video, but this is what you need to know in this video and in this context is these are the 3 things you have to have. You have to have the belief that something has to change, okay? I often call it the sick and tired of being sick and tired. So you kind of have to have a relationship with smoking where you're kind of sick and tired of being sick and tired of smoking. Okay, so you gotta be really done with it. Okay, so you have to be at a point where you know something has to change. 2, okay, that something must be me. Okay, I must change. Okay, you want to know if you're not here? Here's how you know. You're focused on smoking being an addiction. Okay, because an addiction is outside of us. It's something that's outside of us that happens to us. Okay, we blame something outside of us. Okay, smoking is an addiction, but it's not really what drives us or what keeps us stuck. Okay, and it doesn't really get in your way of quitting. It only gets in your way in the sense of if you're focused on the addiction, okay? Because that's how you're framing it. Because what has to change is outside of you, okay? That's something that has to change, has to be me, I, has to be internal to us. So when we reframe it as a habit, habit is our own fault. Habit is internal to us, okay? So something has to change. That something must be me. I have to change. Stop blaming the addiction, okay? And then when? Now, I'm on the end of the diving board. I have to just jump, okay? So to change any habit, you gotta have those 3 qualities. Something has to change, that something must be me, and when? It's gotta be now, okay? So that's what you're looking for, okay? So the next 5 points, I'm gonna tell you how to get there. Here we go. Find the truth, okay? Do the research, okay? This is about motivating yourself, okay? So what are the benefits of quitting smoking? And then what are the risks if I continue to smoke? Here's why you need to look up both, okay? The first one, the benefits of quitting smoking, this is about motivating you through reward, okay? This one, what are the risks if I continue smoking, is about fear. Both are powerful motivators, okay? Everyone's personality is different, okay? Some people may be more like reward focused, other people may be more fear focused, okay? Here's the truth, okay? Everybody is both. If you're a human, we are wired to be motivated by both. Here's the thing, okay? You're unique. You're going to be dominant in one or the other, but use both. So do the research on both. And when you do the research, keep asking yourself this question: what do I want to create in my life? What's my vision for my future? Okay, here's why, okay? The more time we consider the benefits of quitting and the risks of continuing, and we keep framing it about what do we want for ourselves in the future and asking ourselves, is smoking something I have a vision for seeing in my future? If you answer the question yes, then just turn this video off and go smoke, okay? If your answer is no, I don't, it just constantly reminds you, this is not what I see in my future. It's something in hypnosis we call future pacing. You're starting to pace your future, okay? Really good little trick, okay? Get support. Tip number 3, get a smoke buddy, okay? Somebody who will help motivate you when times are tough, okay? Hold yourself accountable, okay? One really great way to hold yourself accountable is make public declarations. Scream your quit date and that you're quitting smoking from the mountaintop. Post it on Facebook, okay? Create social pressure on yourself, okay? 3, join a program. Make sure it utilizes stacking. We're going to go into this in the last slide, but all I really want you to know is 93% of people are successful at quitting smoking, have joined and paid a program. Okay. Only 7% of people ever do it without joining a program. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, tip number 4, prepare and plan. Here's why. We know from human psychology, people that are successful at anything, okay, one element is they prepare and plan. Some people get lucky and they win the lottery. Well, if you want your chances of quitting smoking to be the same as winning the lottery, I wish you the best of luck. Okay, if you want to be successful, you need to prepare and plan. So prepare your mind for quitting smoking. Okay, that's why you want to set a quit date that's at least a week or 2 weeks off, because you want your mind to have that time to start to wrestle with the fact that you're actually going to quit. That's the walking out on the diving board metaphor. Okay, that's the quit smoking journey. All right. Okay, do the research from tip number 2. That's part of preparing and planning. Okay, download an ebook on preparing your mind for quitting smoking. And very importantly, I want you to follow the advice and learn from people who are successful. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I'm not talking about somebody who's in a Facebook group who said they quit smoking for 6 months and then 3 months later they're smoking again, but they don't post that fact in the group. The people you want to lean on, okay, are people that have run very successful businesses and practices to help people quit smoking, okay, that have done it for years, okay? So for example, in my particular case, I've helped literally over 9,000 people quit smoking for life, okay? I have an incredible amount of knowledge and learning from all of those experiences because I helped them personally, okay? So lean on that, lean on my expertise, take advantage of that free 30-minute phone consultation that I'm gonna put the link in the bottom of this. Learn from me, take advantage of my ebook. Go on my website and download my ebook, Preparing Your Mind for Quitting Smoking, or somebody else's, okay? But lean on the expertise that people like me have, okay? Tip number 5, learn about cravings and how to combat them, because cravings are real, okay? Here's 6 methods we teach in my program, okay? We actually teach 12, but I'm gonna give you 6 of them. I'm not gonna explain them all to you, but I'm trying to make the point that they're out there. The exercise model, okay? Not my favorite because I don't like to exercise. The de-stress model, how do you deal with stress and smoking, the relationship between the two? The timer method, one of the most underutilized methods to dealing with cravings, okay? The oral hand method. This has to do with oral fixations, and because when you do this, 300, 400 times a day, right? For however long, 10, 20, 30 years, right? You can end up with the oral or hand fixation, okay? So there's a method to deal with that. The triggerless method, okay? One of the reasons most people fail is they can't deal with the triggers that drive the cravings, that drive the withdrawal, okay? So learn the triggerless method or a triggerless method, okay? 6, meditative or focus method, okay? So there are lots of methods that you can use to deal with cravings, okay? So learn them, learn how to deal with cravings. And the last 6, I call it the pick a method, okay? Now, the pick a method is essentially just pick a method and go with it, okay? In fact, you will hear me even in some of my motivational talks talk about just jump in, whatever you do, just do something, okay? There is truth to that because there is power in action, in doing something, or anything, okay? But if you want to have the highest chance of success, okay, here's what we want to do, okay? You need to realize that there's only 12 known methods to quitting smoking that we know of, okay? Really, there's just 3. They fall into 3 categories. Methods that deal with the conscious mind, methods that treat smoking like an addiction. If you want to be unsuccessful quitting smoking, you'll do this one, okay? And unconscious methods, okay, that deal with the unconscious mind like hypnotherapy. These are the most successful methods. Why? Well, because the reason why you're stuck smoking is really because it's a habit, not an addiction. It is an addiction, but this is what's really driving you, okay? You can't stop thinking about a cigarette. Why do you think you can't stop thinking about a cigarette? Because it's an addiction? No, because it was a habit. You smoked every time you had a coffee. You smoked every time you got in your car. And you did it for 20 years. You did it every day. You created a neural pathway in your mind. Okay, we call it rutted thinking. It has nothing to do with addiction, 0. If you think it does, you're probably going to fail at quitting smoking, okay? Focus on, so the unconscious models, focus on dealing with that in your unconscious mind, okay? So I'm not promoting the unconscious method. Here's what I'm actually promoting, okay? 6 years ago, when I was just doing hypnosis, like everyone else that was using the unconscious method, I was 60% successful, just like everyone else. But when I invented stacking, my success rate up to 95%. So what is stacking? Do all 3. Why do one method, right? You're a whole person. You have a conscious mind. It's real, okay? Smoking really, it actually is an addiction. It's just not really driving you, okay? and you really have an unconscious mind. You're a whole person. You're not a piece of a person. So why only attack it? Why only do nicotine replacement therapy? Why only do the patch or only the gum? Why are you only doing that, right? Why not read Alan Carr's book? Okay, it's a good book. Granted, I know those of you that know his life know he used hypnosis. He didn't use his book to quit smoking, but it's still a good book. And it does help your conscious mind, okay? And yes, it has a very low success rate, but it's still a good book, okay? So use all methods, stack them together. That's what my program does. Look for programs that stack these different methods, that don't just promote one, because most programs, they'll just promote hypnosis, or they'll just promote nicotine replacement therapy, like the gum or the patch or Nicoderm, or they'll just download this app and you'll quit smoking, right? Why do one? Do all three. That's the secret. That's a great tip. Don't just pick a method. Pick them all. People will do my program and they'll ask me, can I do Chantix? And I say, yes, do it. Okay? You're a whole person. The more angles we attack smoking from, the more likely we are to be successful. Okay, one thing I will remind you is take advantage of the link in the video below to book yourself into a free 30-minute phone consultation with me, where I will help you get you on track. Okay, I'm giving away just to people that are watching this video. Okay, I usually charge $50 for it. Take advantage of it. Okay, like I said earlier, lean on me. Okay, I've helped so many people quit smoking. Yes, I've helped 9,000 people in my program, but I've helped way more people who quit smoking by them simply watching my videos. So take advantage of that link. Call me, set yourself up for being successful at quitting smoking. I'm happy to help. Email me, direct message me. It is not hard to get a hold of me and or find me. Take advantage of it. And please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel, okay? Especially if you're one of those people that is quitting by simply watching my videos. It helps me when you share and like and subscribe and hit the notification button, because it will tell you when I post a new video, and I do it twice a week, and they've always got tips, tricks, and hacks on how to be successful at quitting smoking.